Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another Arrow review. This time it's episode 2, The Recruits.
Well, I predicted it'd be about like Baby's first mission, but it wasn't much of a mission. The only sort of mission they had was at that
Fundraiser
event.
Yeah.
But they were in plain clothes and told not to even like do anything. Rene broke that, but
Which you also predicted something wrong would happen, so...
But he got the evidence. But okay, getting to what Oliver calls training, there was no actual training involved. It was a challenge of get past me. But there's no training. Then it'd be like, I'm going to teach you how to do this thing. Ready? Do it.
Well, like he said, the lesson wasn't so much about strength or agility or anything. It was about teamwork.
Yeah, I get that.
But he pulled a stupid Karate Kid move and said, I'm not going to teach you what this is about. And then you'll get frustrated because you don't know what the lesson's about.
Yeah, I know, but it's just stupid. He's like, all right, get past me. You can't do it? Okay, you suck. Well, how about you teach them how to get past you and then give them a test to prove that you taught them properly. He's the worst kind of teacher.
Well, that's what the whole moral of this episode is. So
At first I predicted that they'd be able to get past him using teamwork, which they should have been able to do. In the first time they tried it, Curtis got close to him and he rolled around on the floor with him, and the other two should have been able to run past and get to the bell, but somehow he got up and grabbed them as well. And in the end, it all tied into the flashback as well, because he used teamwork, and then the other guys died, and he got mad about that.
Well, of course, everything always has to tie into the flashback, which is just more of him joining the Brotherhood. Not much happened other than showing us where he learned that game.
I know, he learned that game, but surely he would admit that game has its flaws, in which case, why would he use the same game?
The game works if you don't plan on killing the people. He just twisted it into a message about teamwork, not a message about betraying people.
Yeah.
Oh well. But yeah, I mean, like we said, Renee's joined the team, Curtis joined the team, and as Felicity said last time, Evelyn's joined the team. But we have a fourth recruit, Ragman. So, yeah, Ragman gets...
He's from that place where Felicity sent the missile.
Correct. We have Ragman, who I don't believe actually said his real name yet, so...
I don't think so.
No, I don't believe he did either, but yeah, we got Ragman. He has magic rags because they were blown up in a nuclear explosion.
Mm.
Which, oh well, that's more fun. So, yeah, he's not really a meta-human per se. He has magic rags. But, yeah, so now we've got a fourth recruit who...
Oh, so it's like later on when we get meta objects, except early.
I guess, but it's not really meta.
It is. It's an object that sort of has powers.
Yeah, and that was basically the bulk of the episode. Learning about Ragman, learning about our recruits. Not much happened. Some stuff happened with Tobias Church again, but this time the guy from last episode got mad because he doesn't want the Green Arrow to be killed by anyone except him. And his name is Prometheus.
How does Prometheus know that guy almost killed the Green Arrow?
We don't know what he was doing with his spare time.
Unless he's also Ragman. Nah.
He's not Ragman, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I was joking. I didn't actually think
That'd be a hilarious twist, but...
But we haven't seen Prometheus without his costume. I'm guessing when we do see Prometheus take off his costume, it's not going to be anybody that we've seen before.
Well, we'll have to find out.
Or at least, it's not somebody that I feel like it's not going to be anybody that I've seen before up to this point. Later on, we might meet a guy who turns out to be him, but...
You know, I hate when they do that. Wouldn't it be cool if it's somebody who has been, from here? I hate when it's like, okay, here's a villain, here's a new character. Oh, I guess they're all connected. It's like Julian and Alchemy. It's like, oh, here's Alchemy. Oh, here's this new guy, Julian. I guess they're all connected.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just like season 2. Oh, look at this new guy, Jay. Oh, look at Zoom.
Well, yeah, if they show up at the same time, that is annoying. But they're not showing up at the
True.
same time because he is Prometheus, and I bet later on we're gonna meet some guy, and we might think we can trust him, but then he's Prometheus.
Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. You know nothing about Prometheus as far as I can tell.
I feel like I've heard his real name before. Like, I don't remember it right now, but I feel like his real name is not a name that I've heard yet in the show.
I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that you will figure it out before the show tells you.
Yeah, probably. I feel like once we meet a guy in his civilian life, and once we hear a name, I'll remember and be like, oh, I've heard that name before, that's Prometheus.
Well, we'll have to see. Not much else happened in the episode other than all that. I mean, we had a side plot with Diggle. He's being framed for something. That's bad. Nobody cares about the Diggle plot.
Yeah, I know. It didn't need to be in the episode, I feel like.
Well, it's building to something, but it's irrelevant to the whole episode at hand.
Yeah, like, it would have been interesting if later in the episode it had connected to something.
Yeah, but I mean,
it had no connection whatsoever.
Yeah, it's going to connect to something, obviously, but that's the problem. That's the problem with trying
at this point,
do
it felt
two plots
irrelevant.
at once. Yeah, that's the problem with doing two plots at once. It's like, where's this going? But
they
also,
could
who
have
cares?
at least, like, if they wanted to do a Diggle plot, they could have replaced the flashbacks with a Diggle thing.
True, but I suppose they had to show us where the Bell game came from.
Well, yeah.
But hey, you basically predicted this episode, at least most of the main plot. To be fair, it wasn't too difficult to figure out.
Yeah.
And it should have been obvious that it would have been Rene who was the one who would go off.
Yeah, of course. He's the one that's, like, the most rebellious of the group, it seems. Curtis already trusts him a lot. Evelyn, I don't know much about, but I don't know, maybe because she's younger and hasn't done as much crazy stuff, whereas Rene was already a vigilante, so he probably is going to want to do things his own way sometimes.
Yeah, but yeah, we've got a brand new bunch of characters into the show, of course, which makes sense, you know. Laurel's gone, Roy's gone, Thea's taking time out, and Diggle's busy, so we need to boost up the team and boost up our cast.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy this episode to some extent, but at the same time, it's mostly just, I mean, it's not an awful thing. It's kind of like a necessary episode. It's like, it's the teaching the team episode, but the problem with the teaching the team episode is it's hard to make it interesting other than, okay, he is teaching the team.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll just give it an 8.
I was just going to say 7.
Yeah, it's fine too. It's not that it's bad, and yeah, but not much exciting happened. I mean, Ragman's cool, but that's just it. Yeah. And at first you think Ragman might be a villain too, until they do the flip and say, no, he's after this person.
Oh yeah, he was after the woman because she was working with the guy.
Well, he was after her because her company made the nuclear weapon which hit Haven Rock.
Oh, right.
Right, and then Thea said, hey, look, I found out she's also working with Tobias Church, the guy from the previous episode.
Yeah, only lucky Thea followed there.
Yeah, that was a bloody coincidence. Well, what is the next...
Then don't have secret meetings in the alley right next to your friggin' building.
People are dumb.
Yeah.
Well, what's the next episode called?
A Matter of Trust. Oh god, it's gonna be more crap because Oliver just revealed himself. Of course, Curtis already knew, but Rene and Evelyn are not gonna know whether to trust him.
We'll have to figure
And I bet the name's gonna have some sort of double meaning. Somebody's not gonna know whether to trust somebody, and
we'll have to see what happens with that. I honestly don't remember what happens next episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happens next episode. We'll have to see.
I can predict it. Oliver, I don't trust you. Well, Rene, I don't trust you either.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember the plot of next episode. But we will see you next time for more Arrow and other things as well.
See you next time, guys.